All right, then, without further ado, let's start up with what has quickly become one of my favorite games of all time, I think. Hades. Have never been into roguelikes, but this one really got me good. And I thought to celebrate its upcoming console release, I'd stream some Hades and make some Hades videos. So, plan of attack here is I'm going to do a run with each weapon. And since the sword is giving us some extra darkness right now, we'll just do the sword and then work clockwise from there. So, actually, maybe just talk about these different aspects real quick. So, pretty basic here. I think most people would agree the sword is the hardest weapon to use in the whole game. You just have, being a melee weapon, it's a bit slower than the others, so you're just more prone to taking a lot of damage, and it doesn't dish out damage quite the same way. But because of that, I prefer cast builds, and I really enjoy the Poseidon here. So your special dislodges the casts from foes, which is very nice. So the damage output goes to all of your casts, but I prefer the quote-unquote shotgun build, which is getting Aphrodite's cast along with Snowburst, so you get that privilege status, and then yeah, it's just phenomenal. There's tons and tons of damage, so it's quite a piece of work. So in the Twitch description, I put 28 heat on there, so that should be good. We'll go Underworld Customs. 1 enforced overtime. Absolutely never heightened security. The worst. And let's see here. We can do that. We can do that. And we can do 1 injury summons. I think that's a pretty good layout. The damage control is a little bit odd for what we're going. Because we're doing like just quick couple of blows with the cast. But I think that's preferable to try and go more in like hard labor, lasting consequences, or convenience fee. So we'll just rock with that, huh? Okay.
That's the worst that could happen.
Hopefully the gameplay's nice and gives us a cast. So here's Aphrodite. Maybe I shouldn't skip dialogue, but I'm just so used to doing that now. So we're gonna roll once here.
Any other boons for me?
Okay, here we go. Crush shot. Perfect.
No love without pain.
So you can see it does it is pretty solid. Even with the damage control on. But there's ways we can get around that. Fortunately, these guys can be kind of a nightmare. Not in the amount that they're here now, but if you get like a really big wave of them and they keep providing shields over and over and over again, that can be very bothersome. And especially if they have the extra speed like they do there. So, let me think here. Chaos is potentially better, I think. Though, the Athena, that sets us up for the duo boon. Parting shot lets our cast do backstab damage, which can be nice also. I think we will take Athena here. Also, getting the dash, always a good idea. Oh. Now you see the I don't know if that's supposed to be a crosshair necessarily, but that means that their attack will have some sort of tracing on you. And that's quite bad because their attacks can stun lock you briefly. And if you get multiple of them there with the tracking on, it's not good. Not good at all. So Divine Dash, that's the one we're going to get. I would say there's probably no ability in the game that gets you a greater chance of winning than that dash, because it just increases your invincibility frames and lets you deflect attacks. It's just phenomenal. So if you're struggling to get a win out there, see if you can get Athena's dash. I think that's just, yeah, it's just the one that's going to get you over the top, I think. All right. So we're doing pretty good here. And we get parting shot immediately. There we go. So that bonus backstab damage can be very essential, especially if we get exposed from Athena, which is her curse. That gives us additional backstab damage. So that's going to be when you start to see the cast here do tons and tons of damage. And if we can get snow bursts on top of that, we're in good shape. Alright, get that crush shot up now. Because we have Underworld customs on, we're going to have to keep in mind that we have to sell 1 boon per biome, which can be a problem. It's also why I would recommend, unless your build's really, well, if you go with this high heat and your build's really struggling with the rolls, don't waste them all trying to get one specific thing, because I've had multiple times where that Underworld customs can kind of screw you over, and if you don't have any rolls left. But as long as you have at least one, you're probably fine. So just kind of keep that in mind. Probably want Ares or Poseidon. Now we go Ares. Are we gonna then try and do Merciful End on top of that? That seems it seems great, but we're maybe asking for a little too much here. I think going Poseidon here is better, because I want to also get Artemis for some crits, and that could set us up for a Mirage Shot. Right. We'll just use Meg to take him to the cleaners. All right, so I mean, I'm not going to say no to an epic Poseidon's aid. No, sir. And don't want Zeus. We do need some health, though. Okay, so these guys can be scary when they have the extra attack bonus there, which is the knife, or probably the sword, plus that foot on there. That means they attack more quickly. If you get caught in their laser, your health can just deplete so fast. It's really quite a nerve-wracking experience. Nice. In general, I try to aim for like 50 health per biome. As long as I get like, let's say 270, 260, 250, that range for the final boss fight, I feel okay. If I'm under that, then I get a little bit nervous, especially on Extreme Measures 4. Okay. We just use the call. Yeah. There's no kill better than overkill, right? Ooh, extra money.
Wretches, take him now.
Okay, 118 extra coin.
You waste my time.
Something I didn't realize about these chests until I'd say like maybe 200 hours into the game is that if you activate one, you can still just leave the room. So if it's a particularly troublesome area and you just don't want to have to deal with it, like in Elysium, you can start to get like the big chariots, which it can just be a pain to deal with, or a bunch of sword dudes, and you just know you're not going to be able to beat them very quickly. Then yeah, just leave. Let's see, I'm looking out for one of them to show up again. So they're the problem here, not not everything else. Okay. Sure, some upgraded rarity. That'd be nice. Oh, game is just loving these homing guys now. I have called that 3 different phrases in about 5 minutes here. So I've said tracing, I've said tracking, I've said homing. I think my first whack at that, calling it tracing, is the most unusual way of saying that.
Delicious.
Ooh, yeah, let's keep going with that. All right. Now you can't get duo. You cannot get duo boons from these challenge rooms here.
One of them's not going to.
It's kind of a bummer, but I guess it's a bit of a way to balance them out. Razor shoals. It doesn't do much for us, but I think just getting some epic boons for the purging pool is a good idea here. Increase our money. All right. Now, Athena's. I was gonna say Athena's trial is not so bad, except when that happens, when she gives invincibility to all of the enemies. That's a drag. Also, I would say a rare miss with the art direction in this game. I kind of struggle to tell which enemies here are the shadow clones and which are not. Okay, we got it.
Time's running out.
Oh, we're almost out of time too. That's not great. Okay. What do we want to get here? We're gonna roll for exposed here.
Let's see what else.
There it is. Okay.
Strength of the goddess.
All right. Okay, we're gonna get rare crop, huh? What are we looking at here? What? I wouldn't mind. The only one here that would be a real drag if it hit it was Divine Dash. But if you see rare crop, I always take rare crop. You know, getting that rarity all the way up to heroic is usually pretty good. And a hit exposed, that's not too bad.
Power of Olympus.
All right. Only 20 seconds left on the clock. Well, we'll be fine, I think, especially because we'll be getting that privilege status with both curses. Oh yeah, did you see that? That backstab. That's some tasty damage there. Ooh, no, don't want to get hit by that though. And I think one more will do it. There we go. 0.09 seconds left on the timer. So, but now we're getting that privilege status. I think things are going to go by quicker. Okay, what do we got to sell?
Moving on. Which
So,
to choose?
so this is kind of what I'm talking about here, where the game can hit you with some things you really just don't want to sell. Like, why doesn't it give me Razor Shoals or Poseidon's Aid? So we're gonna unfortunately try and roll here, get something. There we go, Razor Shoals.
Gods won't mind.
Yeah. So from here, let's go Artemis. Try and get some crits, and hopefully the excuse me. We might be able to get the duo between Artemis and Aphrodite. And we could maybe even get the duo between Aphrodite and... Or not Aphrodite. Athena and Artemis. That's... we're going to be greedy if we try and go for that, I think. But hey, why not? 71% more foes. I don't want to roll here, really. But I think I like that one better, because that's gonna boost up our cast even more with backstab damage. missing with those casts a bit. It's not too bad, but starts to add up and eat away at the time. We do that too often. Do I have auto aim off? It feels a little weird, but I think it's I'm more inclined to blame myself. An extra nice thing I didn't mention about Snowburst before, if we get it, is sure, more backstabs. Backstabbies. Snowburst, because it's an additional hit, it really also helps with the damage control aspect there, so that's really another reason to go for it.
Should come in useful.
Blown Kiss or Palms of Power. Blown Kiss is okay. We'll just go duo city. And do I want to fight Charon? I'm not going to. It's not that bad of a fight, but our health is a little bit low, so just a couple hits will take away Death Defiance, which I don't want to have to do. Ah, we got hit there. That's okay. We should be able to take care of them quick. Hey, that's great. Ooh, exit wounds. Yeah, this is a tough call. I think I want the Duo Baroon more than exit wounds, even when it's epic or pressure points. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough call. Ooh. Hermes is nice. He can give us a flurry cast, which lets us fire off our casts more quickly, which is super nice. Not a big deal, and thankfully this is the last room that's going to have the bomb thing going on here. The Divine Dash, the bomb stuff is not a big deal, but it can be a little bit troublesome. What? I was surprised we didn't kill that. Okay. The bomb thing's more of a problem when you're fighting skulls, because there's a lot of them and they die quick. Oh, do we want to risk a roll here? Quick favor sucks. Like 1% every 2 seconds is nothing. Yeah, let's just go greater haste. That's fine. More Athena, sure. If we get Athena's attack, that'll open up the Artemis Duo Boon, which would be, I think, a lot of fun. So there you see that. We're doing 903 with each one of our casts on a backstab. This might be the final room of whatever this place is called. Asphodel.
In the name of Hades.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the ticket right there. Free Hermes. Nah. There could be some nicer stuff up here. Poseidon, which we could get. Mirage Shot, there it is. What are we gonna end up selling? Hopefully that. Though we could also sell Poseidon's Aid at this point. We've gotten what we wanted, which is Mirage Shot. Okay. Now it's time for Lerny. Bummer about Lerny is that you can't backstab him, as far as I know. Seems kind of weird, because he's, I mean, yes, I guess he is all neck, but hey, I would say stabbing someone in the back of the neck should count as a backstab. Maybe not literally, but I think that's gonna do some harm here. Okay. Do not let that come in. It's not the worst thing if those eggs hatch. It's just what can come out of them is can be annoying, especially because these ones are gonna have a shield, and wow, okay, and they can stun lock you, which can be a problem. Where are my casts? No. Alright. I'm gonna risk it and not use Meg here, because we do so much damage with our cast already that it's like, might as well. And let's just use Poseidon, bring it home. Get it all. Come on, fish. What was his deal? Not yet. Come on. So the trick with the fish here is that it's only going to fake you out 3 times. So if you get to 2 fake outs, there's a good chance the third bop down from that thing will be when you have to click. And if it has 3 fake outs, then you know for sure the next time, click yes. Click yes. This one's fine. You know, I don't want to roll there particularly, and we get a lot of cash out of that, so why not? Okay, so at this point, it's kind of indecisive a bit on what to get here. We have our like gods that we want here, right? We got Athena, we got Artemis, we got that, and we have 5 here technically with the rare crop here. That's something we can't get rid of, so we're always going to have Demeter here. And I'm kind of waffling between if I want to take Broken Spirit Point, just take as little damage as possible here, or if I want to force Demeter and try and get Snowburst. Snowburst, I think, is going to come in handy a lot here, but what I will do is I'll just buy that there, so I have max health. We're not doing great in the health department. I need to look out for some hearts. 130 in Elysium's not the best. But time-wise, 10 minutes, that's fine. Hammers in this build don't do a whole lot for us, so we'll try Hermes here.
Out of my way.
Yeah, I think Snowburst is a good idea, because it'll help with that damage control, as mentioned prior. I was hoping I could stun him there, but no dice. The bow and arrow guys are some of the worst enemies, I think. Especially if they fire multiple times and at homes like this guy. Okay. Probably not as bad as the shield dudes. There's Flurry Cast. Alright. So, let's see, it goes off quite a bit quicker. Yep. There's a heart. Great. Yeah, that's good. It's funny you can backstab the chariots. Like, I would think they're less susceptible to that than Lerny, because that's, when you think about it, we're firing at Lerny's spine, whereas with these chariots, we're firing at what, a nothingness, essentially? Alright. It's gonna keep offering us that hammer, and we're gonna keep saying no, no, no. Okay. Perfect. This will help us with our health situation, assuming we win. But let's say if you can't beat Thanatos at this, it's usually not a great sign for your build. Of course, if I end up losing now, that would be a major self-own on my part. What I meant was, it's not the end of the world, right? If you lose, right? And I'm forgetting to take advantage of flurry cast too. That's always can be a problem too. If you're not used to something and you get something, even when it's good, you're like, wait, I need to start using this now? Okay. That's fine.
It seems to me.
Do I want to roll here? Nurse Soul is pretty good, but Ravenous Will is not going to do much for us. Frozen Touch. We'll roll. That could be an error. Snowburst. Okay. Main concern is going to be if we get screwed at the final purging pool now. Maybe I should drop the audio a bit too. Haven't been really keeping track of that, and that could be rough. Let's do it. All right. Yeah, that's the money right there. It was like 2,300 damage there. Oh, geez, 30. Almost 4,000 now when we get the backstabs. That's tremendous. Oh, hopefully I don't miss that. Oh, darn. That was a boo-boo. Kind of wasn't expecting him to jump that far. That'll do it. Yeah. Meg's probably objectively the best keepsake because they're just so fast, but yeah. Sometimes you gotta remember that it fires fast enough that enemies can get out of the way here. So, we didn't get that, but sure footing or brilliant riposte or repost. I like the idea of sure footing, especially for the Hades fight. It won't be taking 30 damage from those pots. Which, by the way, those pots are why I basically never take heightened security, because they count as traps, and with heightened security, traps do 5 times as much damage. So if you haven't gotten sure footing from Athena, that's 150 damage per hit on those pots. So it's just such a bad feeling when you lose Death Defiances to that. Okay, come on.
Haven't you learned your lesson yet?
Ah, got one last hit on us. That we just yeah, let's just Poseidon this thing to death.
I'll just take that.
Lots of coin, lots and lots of coin. Oh, forced into a hammer. If you're not going for a cast build like this, hammers are actually, I would say, super important for a sword build, especially on high heat. But it just doesn't really do a whole lot for us. Not in the cast department. Trying to think that's not really the case with some of the other cast weapons you can get, like Beowulf's shield. The kinetic launcher is actually very, very nice for that. Okay. Definitely not that. That one is a misery. But piercing wave, that's not bad. Some extra bits of damage here and there. Ow! Oh man, see that's the problem. Ooh. Yeah, that's why the bow guys can be a real nightmare. Well, hopefully we see Patroclus now. Where are all my casts? Are they're still stuck in these guys? Yeah. So this is a rough room because they keep giving damage control back to each other. Okay. There's probably going to be one more wave of them. Okay. Try and take care of that. The invincibility. Oh man, 2 Death Defiances in this room. That's rough. Kind of fucked up. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's take that.
Remain exactly where you are.
Hopefully whatever we end up fighting is not too bad. Shield guys, great. Oh, I lost my casts, but it's all right.
Disappointing for these so-called champions.
Okay. We have plenty of coin. 34. Patroclus didn't show up. He never does when he wants you to. Alright, well, we should just avoid these things. Especially when they have the speed upgrade on them. Drat. Son of a bitch. Okay. This is okay, there we go. This is where that starts to be a problem. The whole damage control thing. Pressure points. Okay.
That'll keep me alive.
Oh yeah, we're flush with cash right now, so why not? Get that. Not gonna roll because again, purging pool. I guess support fire and maybe maybe go for the Artemis legendary. That would be kind of swell. Get those extra 2 cast stones. All right, that was some sweet damage. We're not going to use Meg yet. Ooh, that is good. All right, now we use Meg. Just try and take care of him as quick as we can. There we go. All right, so we're just down to the Minotaur, who we've already fought. Oh! Was that over 6,000? That was awesome. See, that's why Parting Shot is the beast of beasts. All right. Things are looking good.
Do I still need these?
Oh, easily support fire. Yeah, let's do that. And I know that there seems to be some debate about whether Acorn is better than Spear Point or not. I prefer Spear Point almost always because the impervious damage thing really helps with the poison during the sticks. But I can definitely see why Acorn, 5 free hits and the boss is a good thing. But it also, if he summons the butterfly balls, you can just lose all those to them, which is a real fuck thing. Whereas Broken Spear Point, doesn't matter how many times you get hit. You'll always, you'll always pave the way. Or whatever. So what are we looking at there? Do we want to... No, we'll take the health here, definitely. And get some more health. All right. So we'll be right in line with where I want to be health-wise. $280. Pretty solid. Oof. Gotta love the poison, right? Gotta love it. You gotta love that cast. Dat cast. That thick damage cast. Whoa, okay. Could have waited for the rat to summon there, but you know what? I do not like that giant satyr at all. So the broken spear point, I think, has saved us probably a solid 30 health from the poison.
Keep looking down those passageways.
By the way, if you're kind of wondering about why I'm taking the like mini boss sections here, it's because they tend to be faster, I think, and I'd say often less difficult. The main exception is maybe the tiny vermin that can take a awkward amount of time, but beyond that, it just, I think, just goes faster. It's not really an issue until you're unless you're really fighting the clock, but hey, usually am. It's upgraded rarity. We'll probably go for that Athena chamber we saw as well.
That's one of their layers.
Yeah. So these guys you definitely can't backstab either. But that at least makes sense because they're just they're truly you can't any direction you get at them, you're just facing ahead. So that makes sense. Okay, come on. Don't lose it now, buddy. All right.
Delicious.
Yeah, we're not getting these on the cast, but extra bonus backstab damage, why not? See if we can't get hit Hades for like 7,000. That'd be pretty great. All right. Hopefully this is the final area we have to go here. If not, that could be annoying because I also noticed these quote-unquote easier paths have far more obnoxious final chambers. There's the one that has like the buzzsaw traps, it has the poison traps, and then you have enemies also spawning poison on top of that. Those can be brutal sections. And I tend to lose far more health to that than even like the tiny vermin. I think this might be it. Yeah.
No satyrs.
It's interesting. You can't, after you played the game a lot. Oh, there it is. Okay. So after you deflect, briefly gain 20% chance to deal crit damage. And since we're deflecting a lot between our attack and our dash, we'll be having lots of high crit chance on
No use.
our cast, which is going to bump up our damage even more. Do I want Hermes? I don't think so. All we would want is like the legendary. So just take these,
That's what I need.
pump our cast up, and pump our cast up. All right, here we go. We got a pretty solid shotgun build going here, but this is the M4. It can all go wrong very, very quickly. So, fingers crossed.
I don't think I'll ever get accustomed to the breeze.
The blade of the Underworld cannot help you here.
Yeah. We'll see about that. And if that's the case, good thing we're using casts. And he goes straight in the darkness. Of course he does. Okay, there we go. There's probably an argument to be had that you should just use Meg right away in this fight if you've got it. But my main thing is that the final phase of his first health bar is the worst section. So I tend to keep Meg and just hope I'm able to hit him there. Just because I want to spend the least amount of time possible in this phase. Alright. So I think Meg's gonna nail him there. Oh, he's so close to death. Come on. Where are you hiding, huh? Okay. Took very little damage in phase 1. That's usually a good sign that we're going to be able to beat him. Ooh, you saw that? That was a 1400 crit on the cast. Ooh. See, he got us with the boiled blood and hit us with the spear, which is that is a rough combo because that's over 100 damage you're going to take there. He's going to heal there, but our casts are going to be able to out damage his healing quite easily. Okay. He's going to summon. Okay. There we go. Use Poseidon's invincibility. Not even going to take damage. Okay. Not even going to take damage from Cerberus. That's great. Alright. Whew. Health bar 2 down. No death finals lost. Good stuff. Oh, that's painful when that happens. See, that was sure fighting coming to play. We only took 8 damage from that pot. This is starting to get bowling shoe ugly, as they say. But yeah, how did we get 6? Like, that looked like well over 6k damage that one time. There he is. He's done. Pretty solid, huh? Yeah. That's why casts rule and get you a really great build for a sword. That would otherwise be a big old struggle if we were just attacking normally. And of course, Divine Dash, just essential there. Got that exposed, was preventing damage.
Beyond this point lies such a horrifying fate that we had better speak no
Oh boy.
for now.
Took a look at social media, I think, and just died from the horror. The horror. Stupid. Okay.
So, did everybody miss me?
Better have. Let us see. What can we sell? Nectar for that? Sure. I mean, gems are almost pointless at this point.
Maybe.
Pointless at this point?